X-Men Evolution was wonderful, beautifully animated, beautifully directed, incredible designs. You know, Boyd Kirkland, Steve Gordon, and then Greg Johnson was a brilliant storyteller that oversaw seasons 2, 3, and 4. This is the best of what we had in Evolution, finally with no handcuffs. We felt like we could take a lot of the strengths that were in those stories, which was, let's do the comics, let's treat the characters with respect, let's not be afraid of action, let's bring the drama and the excellent storytelling the comics do, and bring it to an audience that would appeal to 7 to 70.
Are you insane?
Probably.
Greg and I worked together to kind of hammer out that concept and to work on those episodes and to really create a 26-episode saga. In this series, yes, it was about bringing great storylines from comics to life, but we had to find a way to not be compared to the 90s series exactly.
I think the jumping off point became when someone said, let's put Wolverine in charge.
We changed things up by putting the guy on the side that's just there to stab things and make him the leader, and take the leader and rip away his girlfriend and rip away his father, and now see what happens when he's got neither thing that keeps him fighting. And what we got was a Scott that feels a lot more like Logan, and a Logan who doesn't know what he's doing, but knows that this all hangs on his shoulders, and it creates for a lot of conflict. The fans have let us know that that is not right. Wolverine's no leader. How could this happen? And I assure you that we know he's no leader. That's why we did it, and everyone's asking that question, including Wolverine.
Resume program.
People worry because they think we're dissing Cyclops, and what we wanted to do was, let's give this guy a reason to fight. Let's give him a reason to get out there, to face his vulnerabilities and not protect him anymore with the people he loves and cares for. Let's rip away all of those things and see what he does next. And what you see is that he's a leader for a good reason, although it takes him a long time to get there.
Charles.
The other thing is what to do with Charles Xavier. I mean, he's the fatherhead. We didn't want to kill him. We couldn't think of a good reason for him to voluntarily leave. And so really it became, well, let's create a mystery around it. Have him disappear. That would give Wolverine the opportunity to step in.
So, what's next?
We bring back the X-Men.
I think the new exciting addition is Emma Frost coming into the cast.
What could you possibly offer the X-Men besides trouble?
I can find Professor Xavier for you.
Emma Frost is messed up. She's vicious, she was a villain, she's dark, she's twisted, she's cold-blooded. Emma Frost is way more exciting, and I'll go on record, I am going on record. She's way more exciting than Jean Grey, and I love Jean Grey. Jean is hope and prosperity. She's sweetness. You need someone who doesn't buy into that next to the guy who lost everything, to help him step up and do what needs to be done, the one who can be tough and hard when he needs it.
You'd like to ask me about Jean, so do it.
AJ, our designer, did a beautiful job of, again, giving us a style that would look great standing still, but also would be fluid when it was animated.
I think AJ really found a very unique vision for these characters. I mean, they're familiar enough and rooted in certain periods of time in the books. One of my favorite designs is actually Nightcrawler. I just love his design. And even his teleportation effects are stunning.
Why don't you just phase through it?
And fall on my face? No thanks. Now come on and help me out.
You're an X-Men. Do it yourself.
It isn't just about what the X-Men are up against and the trouble that they're having within and the threats that are returning. You also have a mysterious leader in Wolverine who's got his own past and his own batch of problems. And while he's focusing on the X-Men, his own past is coming back to haunt him. And an episode like Wolverine vs. Hulk speaks to that. And Wolverine's first appearance is 181. You know, that's the one that brought us this great character. And it felt wrong for us to have this opportunity to not utilize that story.
Fun. Right.
There's a different twist to it of how Wolverine gets into this story and some of the other details, but it absolutely is a remake of that classic.
We actually flash back in the series to a brief scene of that Wolverine, the same uniform, taken right out of the books.
At the end of the day, you've got a team that is really messed up. that isn't prepared to go fight a battle because they're too busy fighting each other. And that's a series that's unlike Evolution and the first series, but it still speaks to the characters that people know in the books, and it gives us the stories that the people love, but because the players have now changed, the outcomes also shift around. So it keeps it fresh while still being familiar.
We rise to the occasion because we're a team, and we got a job to do. The world needs the X-Men.